All right, let's dive into a Hollywood mystery that, honestly, just doesn't add up. We're talking about a global superstar, a guy who basically defined comedy for an entire generation. His movies have made billions of dollars, so how is it possible that Jim Carrey has never, not even once, been nominated for an Academy Award? Let's investigate.
And you know what? We're not the only ones asking. This whole explainer really kicked off when we saw this very post from a Reddit user. It's a thought so many of us have had over the years because when you think about it, it just doesn't make any sense.
So, we're going to get to the bottom of this. Consider this our official investigation. We're going to follow the evidence, step by step, to understand how one of the most successful actors of our time has been so consistently ignored by the Academy. Let's start with the facts of the case.
Okay, first things first, let's establish who we're talking about. Jim Carrey. This isn't just an actor, he's a cultural phenomenon. His completely unique style of physical comedy didn't just make us laugh, it completely reshaped the genre in the 90s and made him a household name all over the world. So, let's start with Exhibit A, his absolutely explosive rise to fame as an unstoppable comedy force.
I mean, just look at how fast this all happened. The year 1994 was just insane. You had Ace Ventura in February, The Mask in July, and Dumb and Dumber in December. That's 3 legendary #1 box office smashes in a single year. By the next year, 1995, he's playing the Riddler in Batman Forever and starring in the Ace Ventura sequel. He wasn't just a movie star, he was a one-man industry.
And when you become an industry of your own, you get paid like one. This wasn't just about being famous, this was a massive shift in financial power for a comedian. The leap in his salary from his first big hit to what he was making just 2 years later is, well, it's pretty staggering.
And here it is, the big number, $20 million. For the cable guy in 1996, Jim Carrey became the very first comedy actor to join what they call the $20 million club. That put him in the same league as action heroes like Schwarzenegger and Stallone. So let's recap. He's got the box office, he's got the fame, he's got the money. The mystery just gets deeper.
Now we move to the next phase of our investigation. After conquering the world of comedy, Carrey did exactly what you're supposed to do to get the Academy's attention. He got serious. But he was up against a huge hurdle: typecasting. See, when you become world famous for playing these wild, rubber-faced characters, it gets really hard for audiences and, more importantly, awards voters to see you as anything else. In a strange way, he became a victim of his own massive success. So to break out of that box, he made a really smart, deliberate move. In 1998, he actually took a pretty big pay cut to star in The Truman Show. This wasn't just another movie role for him, it was a statement. He showed everyone a quieter, more vulnerable side, and the movie was a smash hit with both critics and audiences. This was it. This was his first real shot at an Oscar. And he didn't stop there. He doubled down. The very next year, he completely transformed himself to play the legendary and controversial comedian Andy Kaufman in Man on the Moon. It was an incredible performance where he just disappeared into the role. He was proving to everyone that his talent went way beyond just slapstick. So now he's delivered 2 performances, back-to-back, that seemed practically engineered for awards season. And this, right here, is where the case gets truly baffling. Okay, this is where the mystery really goes off the rails. For The Truman Show, he won the Golden Globe for Best Actor. The very next year, he won it again for Man on the Moon. These are huge, prestigious awards. But when the Oscar nominations were announced, nothing. Crickets. Not even a nomination for either movie. And the pattern just kept going. For Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, he got another Golden Globe nomination. And another complete shutout from the Oscars. So what is going on here? We've got the superstar status, the box office records, the critically acclaimed dramatic roles that are winning other major awards. It's time to connect the dots and finally crack this case.
Well, when you lay out all the clues, a pretty clear picture starts to form. First, you've got the Academy's well-known bias against comedy. There's this old-fashioned idea that serious drama is somehow more important art than making people laugh. Second, Carrey was a victim of his own genius. His persona as the crazy, hilarious guy was so powerful that voters probably couldn't shake the image of Ace Ventura, even when they were watching Truman Burbank. That's the power of typecasting. His greatest asset became his biggest obstacle.
So, this brings us to the most important question. Without that Oscar nomination, is his legacy somehow less, or is it actually defined by something much bigger?
The truth is, Jim Carrey's legacy was never going to fit onto a little golden statue. It's this powerful combination of unbelievable box office success, real critical recognition from awards like the Golden Globes, and a cultural impact that's simply off the charts. He didn't just star in comedies, he redefined them.
And that's why this comment from Reddit user Abu Dabu just hits the nail on the head. The point is that his overall contribution is so massive, so undeniable, that it completely overshadows any single award snub. He is exactly the kind of star who gets a Lifetime Achievement Award, because that's the only way to recognize the scale of his entire game-changing career.
Which really leaves us with one final thought. After reaching the kind of global success and cultural importance that Jim Carrey has, does a missing Oscar on the shelf really matter? Or is his career the ultimate proof that some legacies are just too big for one award to ever define?